if you don't want a black screen. Let me explain with a story. I heard of the bad update exploit from YouTube and I wanted to use it for the Legacy of Solaris mod for Sonic 06. So I decided to set up my USB to get the exploit working. I downloaded the latest version of the bad update, the latest version of the XEX menu, and the trial version of Rock Band Blitz. I then put these things in my 8GB FAT32 formatted USB drive alongside the modded Sonic 06 files, plugged the USB into my Xbox, and loaded up the exploit after a few failed attempts. I then proceeded to boot up the XEX menu through the My Games menu in the Xbox 360. Only to get a black screen. Odd, but maybe a reset would do the trick? So I turn off the console, turn it back on, run the exploit again, and try to run the XEX menu again, only for the same thing to happen twice. After another run of this, I decided to delete all the files on my USB drive, put the files in again, and then try this again for a third time, only to get the same result yet again. Then I remembered that games in the GOD format would show up on the My Games menu without needing to boot up the XEX menu, which clearly wasn't working for me, and I still had no idea why. So, I decided to take my Sonic 06 ISO and convert it to GOD format, put the files in the contents folder of my USB drive, and ran the exploit on my Xbox 360 again. I then went to the My Games menu, saw that Sonic 06 was on said menu, selected it, and the game booted up. I was ecstatic when I managed to get this to work. Sure, it wasn't Legacy of Solaris, but that didn't matter after I spent a huge chunk of the day trying to get this game running on my system. I would figure out how to get Legacy of Solaris working later. For now, I just wanted to play Sonic 06. The next day, I decided to see if I could convert the extracted version of Sonic 06 into GOD format so that I could mod the game and then play it on my console without having to use the XEX menu. After doing a bit of research and not finding anything helpful, I decided to make a post on the Xbox hacking subreddit to see if anybody there would give me some information on what I could do. After a bit of time, one Redditor commented on my post saying that I needed to use the XEX menu to play Legacy of Solaris. I responded to this commenter by telling them about the black screen issue I've been having. I then decided to do some research to see if anyone else came across this same issue, which led me to this 7 Sins forum about someone going through a similar problem that I was going through, though the information I found there didn't help me any. It wasn't until another Redditor commented on my Reddit post asking if I had a folder on my USB drive called Games, because that would cause issues with a bad update exploit that the problem got solved. Because once I saw this comment, I decided to do the exploit again, unplug the USB drive from my Xbox 360 and into my PC to rename the Games folder to XEX Games, then unplugged the USB drive from my PC and back into the Xbox 360, tried booting up the XEX menu one more time, and boom! The menu finally loaded after all the trial and error. I was relieved to finally have this issue fixed after all the effort I put in to get this to finally work. I afterwards loaded up the Sonic 06 default.xex file, and I got Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris finally running on my Xbox 360. Moral of the story? Don't have a folder named Games on your USB drive when using the bad update exploit on your Xbox 360 if you want to use the XEX menu. I have made this video to spread awareness of this mistake I made to prevent others from making the same mistake. I ask that you share this video with others so that they know not to make this same mistake. I hope this video goes well in helping people be aware that you can't name one of your folder's games on your USB flash drive. And I also hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.